G'day everyone, welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. Today I'm going to continue doing the bankroll building. Before I start, I do need to take back $30. What do I do here? Be 85. 85 is what I need to get back. Alright, and I'll take this, so that's getting back 85 plus the 15 is $30. So this bankroll's not quite at the $500 level. We're playing with 600 here, so I need to get some change. I need to get some reds. Let's try and get some reds. I'll get 2 of those maybe. It's usually what I do. I normally get 2. And I'll take 2 of the blacks, and maybe I'll get some couple of hundred in greens. And I'll keep these 2 in reserve. And we'll get some whites. 4. All right. Need a few more. Alright, I think that's it. Yep, beautiful. Alright, so last time we got absolutely smashed by the 7. Hopefully we don't get another one of those. I did actually do some rapid rolling of the trying to sort of optimize using lays and not using lays, and you know, trying to turn my bets off and capitalize on the lays. But overall, the lay bets tend to really get hit just as much as the 7 will turn up. So unless you're getting lots of 7s rolling out, the lays really aren't a great tool. They kind of hit you just as hard as the 7 most of the time. So probably only going to use the lays if I start seeing lots of 7s. So I'll keep an eye out for those opportunities. I'm going to start still with a bias towards hoping to get 2 or 3 hits. So we'll try and get our 2 hits. I'm just going to play at the 2 unit level. Still fairly conservative, it's $34. So we don't need too much. Now I might try and what do I need? One of those. I'm going to be on, so I'll see how we go. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to press up or I'm just going to collect. I might consider doing a press up depending on what the shooter's doing. So let's just see how we go. So we're working, trying to set a point. We've got 4 as the point. So again, if I was working a lay then, as per my last video, that would have been $50 we would have lost, because the lays were on the first, before we get a hit here, we're laying it at a $50 unit level to win 25, which is 50, and our action here when we had 3 units was 51. If we were playing at this level, we would have had 30, so it would have been a $30 loss on the come out. So it's great when you're getting lots of 7s, but when you're not getting lots of 7s, I don't think the lays are worth actually using. But yeah, that's just me doing rapid rolling and trying different things that I'm always experimenting with. I've kind of come to the conclusion, if you're not getting lots of 7s, don't use the lays. Stay away from them. Well, let's see how we go. Got an 8. Alright, so that's our first hit. So it's a second roll. Pay $1. Now we can try and go for the press. Try and get our 2 hits. See how we go. And we got one. That's a 325. So that worked. Fantastic. We'll get a nice hit there. 21. Great. I think it's great to now regress down. lock in some of that profit. So if we actually think about that, we won 14 and we've won 21, right? So that kind of pays 35 and our action is 34. So by doing this, we've now locked up $1 of profit, and all our actions paid for. So we've got no exposure out of our bankroll at this point. So we are hoping we can get some more hits, and obviously if we don't, then we've taken all that risk and not really got a payoff. So we're hoping we still want to collect something before the 7. There's a 1, 2. There's a yo. That's two pieces of rubbish. So now I'm starting to get concerned. They're not hitting what I want. They're not being efficient. So this is really the last roll they get, and I could still get caught on the 7 here, but it's literally the last roll I'm going to give them. 6. All right. So they've redeemed themselves, if you want to use that word. You've given us something for our money, and we'll take it. We can now regress again. I'll pick up the 9. And in some cases you might even prefer to, instead of picking up the 9, pick up the 10. They pay a little bit more. It depends how you feel. I'm more inclined to just work the inside numbers most of the time. So let me take that one back. Alright, so from here I'm just going to treat it as bonus. It's bonus round. Whatever happens, happens. If we get some hits, great. If we don't, so we got a hit. Alright, so what do we want to do? I think that'll pay for that one. I'm just going to collect it. And there's our 7. So it was the right thing to do, to collect. We got profit out of that. I'm pretty happy with how that rolled. Clearly, we're basically up, what was that, 20, 30 bucks? Maybe a bit more. It's not too bad. So this is almost a free roll. Well, actually, it's probably 35 is what we actually netted in total. So now we're basically playing a free roll. So we'll work it. 9. We're not on the 9, but 9's the point. Yo. That's 2 rolls. Still nothing. And that's 3 rolls and nothing. So at this point I go, okay, I'm going to take my 5 back and just work my 6 and 8, not have as much exposure. I've got the 8. Alright, so that's going to pay 15 for 1. Alright, I'm just going to collect it. Okay, more junk, so down we go. Just going to work a unit, keeping it pretty super tight here, and there's our 7. Alright, so I believe even though we didn't get too much hits, I think we still potentially profited on that. Because we only lost 12 at the end. Alright, so now we're on. Now do we want to be on? We can be on, we can be off. We could work a lay on the come out as well. I mean, we could still do the lay on the come out. See how we go. I'll just roll it and see what we get. 9. Alright, so we're not on the 9. That's what happened last time, they went to the 9. Alright. Now we've got 6. That one died that dice just died straight on the spot there. Alright, so 15 for one. And collect. Collect 10 and I'll pick up the 9 for $1, for a unit I mean. Yeah, let's do that. And we got the 9, alright, $7. Shoes hit their point. Maybe I'll just whack it on top, keep us at 2 units. Now do I want to work? I'm inclined to work because they've kind of hit some numbers. So we'll just keep going. 10. Okay, I'm glad I'm not working a lay. Alright. Give us something? No. Didn't give us anything. Alright, so we did get a little bit of a punishment on that one. It was probably about $24 I think on that shooter. Alright, so we'll go to the two units. Will work. Now do we want to, maybe we'll try a come out 7. Maybe we'll be off. We'll try and go for a come out 7. Just to mix it up a bit. And pray they don't hit one of the outside numbers. Now we've got a 6. Alright. So 6 is the point, so the lays didn't work. Alright, so 6 is the point, how we're working. See, took that risk on the lay and we got nothing for it, so shooters just whacked us again. So it would have been nice to have a lay up at that point, because we've now just had 2 shooters take $20 and $30, so that's $50 we've just donated back to the house there. Alright, so maybe we'll try our lay again. Should put these on it. We'll try our lay. This will be off on our light side action. New shooter, new dice. And they got a 5. So at least it's not a 4. Alright, so we've had two shooters go pretty short. Maybe I'll try leaving our lay up until we get a hit. We are risking it. We've got an 8. Alright, so we've got a hit. So now I'm going to take these down. And we get 15 for 1. Alright, I'll pick up the 9 for a unit. I'll take my 5 back as well. So we're working. 8. Alright. It's another $15 for 1. Alright. Well, seeing they're hitting it, I'll just press it up. Just press up the 8. Four, just as well we're not on a lay. And there's a 6. So it's a 15 for 1. Alright, so I'll press it another unit. I'm aware that shoes had a few hits, done pretty good. So we are getting to that point where you start to go, yeah, maybe the hand might be ending soon. But I'm going to give them another shot because they're doing the right thing. 4, so I hit that 4 again on the outside. Alright, so still box numbers. And there's our 7. So pushed it and it didn't pay off. Alright, so that's just greed. That's just greed. So we really lost some money there again. Collected maybe $20 and then overall out of our bankroll threw away money because there's still some lost, about $15. out of our bankroll. So I'm going to go up to the 3 unit level, and alright, 3 unit level, and I am going to use the lace, and I'm going to work. I'll give this a shot. We've got midnight. And we've got 9. So we're not on the 9. Alright, we're just hoping to get one hit before we hit a lay. We got 7, okay. So short roll. This time the lay paid for itself. The changeover costs $3 basically. So we'll just keep it all up. Everything's working. Get some new dice, it's a new shooter. 8, alright. So we've got our hit. I'll take our lays back. Get paid my 21. And do I want to regress? I kind of do, but I also kind of want to make back some of our loss too. So it is swings and roundabouts where, you know, you don't risk it, you can't earn it. So at some point you've got to take some risk. They've hit the 8 straight up, so we'll go with it. 4, so this is why we weren't working a lay. Alright, maybe one more go. 8, alright. So we got our second hit at that $21 level, which helps to get some of those losses back. So now we can let's just regress back. It's down to 2. Summon an arm. Should I go to 2? Should I go to 1? Alright, now I didn't track the point, but it was, what was the point? It was 9, I believe. Anyway, we're working. And we've got a 6. Alright, so $14 or 15 for 1. So where are we at? Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're all intact. So we're kinda back to even at this point. We'll go for one more. Well, that was a terrible roll, but we're midnight. And 9. We're not on the 9, but the shooters hit their point. Alright, so we'll be off. Just take that away, we don't need that on there anymore. So we're not working, shooter's doing a come out. And on the 4. So again, if we were trying to take advantage of come outs using our lay bet, another one would have killed us there. Alright, so now we're on, we're working. Give it a shot. Got one, got a 6, alright. So we're kind of over that threshold where you've made enough. So I'm dropping chips here, but we've made enough to pay for all our action on the felt. I might split that there, pick up all the insides. Now I could regress down again, but this shooter might continue to go on for a little bit. So if I get another hit, that kind of pays for a lot of our action. 4, hit their point. So while it's not what we're on, they've actually hit their point. So we'll be off again on the come out. Let the shooter roll some 7s maybe. No, they rolled a 5. All right. So, all right. I'll give you guys, there we go, 6. The shooter's doing good by us. Doing really, really good by us. All right, 15 for 1. All right. Do I collect, press and collect 5? So now we're at 2 units. So, I mean, if the shooter goes on a tear, we're in the hand. We've made some profit out of them already. We've paid for our action. The other thing is, are we being greedy? Potentially, yeah, we're being greedy, trying to get more out of it. And we could regress down and take 20 bucks off the felt. That could certainly, put a little bit more towards our profit, because we're now basically just a little bit above even. So these are all the things I'm thinking about. We've got 44 on the felt, and we've got $10 profit, so that's 64. So it's kind of a fair bit that we're putting at risk for the next roll. Perhaps we could do this. Go, well, all right, I still want to get a $15 hit, but I'll only risk half. And that's not a bad thing to do. Maybe we'll try that. 4. Okay, so we didn't lose anything by taking our money away. Didn't miss out on anything. 9. Okay, so we missed that one. Can we get another 6 or 8 is the question. Yo. Alright, so it's starting to go off the boil. Starting to go outside 9. Rubbish. So look, maybe we'll just go off now. Let's see where it goes. There's the 7. Alright, so as you can see, we took our risk down, narrowed our bet. Our bet's concentrated. Still didn't gave it a couple of rolls, still didn't get anything. Okay, that's why I turned off. It's not that the 7's necessarily going to come, it's just that they're not hitting our wages. And if you do that and the 7 comes along, well, it doesn't hurt you. So, all right, so we preserved a little bit there, which was great. We only really need to put some of it back on the felt. Now, for this roll, we could actually, given that's what we originally had from our previous hand, that's what we had on the felt. So we can do that. We can work. Got some new dice, new shooter, and we've got the 9. So sometimes things work out. Sometimes things go our way. We get 15. So given this is already paid for, all this action, we could get a little bit more aggressive. All right, take that one back. 3, yep. All right. So we're being a little bit more aggressive now, and hopefully we'll get that hit on our 6 and 8 that we've pressed up. We've got it on the 5, so it's not the pressed up one, but we'll take it, and I'm going to collect that. Because the last one we pressed, I'm just going to collect all of that, get something back. Because if you think about it, our previous shooter, this was all paid for, this action, and we're trying to eke out some more hits. So I've pressed this bet up. I've actually collected some now from these wages that are paid for. And hopefully we'll get another 6 and 8. If we get a hit there, then that's a nice hit, because that'll be a $21 hit, and that really, capitalises, because we haven't had to really take this out of our bankroll, so to speak. It was what we had running basically from our previous shooter, and we got a 6. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for that, and we got him. All right, so that's the kind of hits we want to see. All right, so that's certainly paid us back for the one we pressed up. Now the thing is, do we want do we want to keep risking the money? You have to, because you have to take risk at some point. So I'm going to keep running with it. Doesn't mean I won't get caught. 4. That's still a box number, but it's not the insides. And we've got an 8. All right. So this has proven to be quite a nice run here. So it's a great run. But I'm looking at it, I've got $40 something on the felt here, maybe a bit more, right? I actually believe we're at our profit target, because that I've got basically 400 there, 500, 600, plus I've got about 60 something, 70 there. So pretty close, maybe one hit. I think I probably need one hit. Actually, that's 40. There's about, yeah, what was it? 44 plus 12, so 64. So yeah, I think we're almost right at the cusp of our profit. So I'll give this one hit, one more go, and then we're kind of done. In fact, probably if I'm smart, I really should just take us down. Just take us down. Right. And we'll do one more hit, see what we get. And it's always the way, that one hit. We kind of needed that one hit to just get us across the line on our target, but not to be. So a little bit disappointed there. But we did make money. It's just when I'm looking at what I got on the felt, what I got on my rack, and at my target, I think we're borderline, borderline. So I thought, okay, let's give it a hit. But we got caught by that 7. All right, so to work, not work. Do we want to work? Maybe we can work. All right, new shooter coming out. We got 12 midnight. And we got an 8. All right. So 8's the point, 15. 15 for 1. All right, so let's press. Gonna go for the 2 hits. Oh, should be like that, not off, it's on. And we've got a 5. All right, so we've got our 2 hits. 21. All right, let's see where we're at now. Still not quite there. Still need that one more, maybe 1 or 2 hits to get there. So this is the kind of this is the bit you get to. You go, I need that hit. Do I risk it? Risk it against the 7, and then you're kind of treading water, or do we play our conservative play? Pull down. Lock it up like this, right? And that's more of our conservative play. It's got us a little bit closer to the end here, and we can still win. We just need a couple more hits, and that's the thing. I'm trying to reduce the number of events we need to actually get our profit. Number of success events, we want it to be as low as we can make it, but not risk too much. All right. Unfortunately, the dice didn't let us get there, so it was the right call to take our bets down. All right, so we still made money. Don't have quite enough there. Alright, so the shooter coming out. Do we work or not? Do we want to try a lay? No, I'm not really inclined to do the lay at this point. think I'll just, I think I'll stay on. All right, we've got a 5. So fantastic. 5 is the point. 15 for 1. That's great. Now we could again try our luck doing the press. It did work for us last time. Remember, the shooter's been very efficient. They've rolled 1 roll and they've hit one of our numbers. So we're not really asking for a lot. Just asking to get another one of our bets hit. Doesn't mean we won't get caught. Anyway, let's see how we go. 9. We're not on the 9. Not on the 4. Alright, so that's 2. This was inside, now move to the outside. Maybe one more roll and then we bring ourselves right down. And no, we don't get to see it. So taken out. So out of our bankroll. That's basically $36 out of our bankroll that we forfeited there. So now we go back into this. Alright, so I'm going to go up for 3 units this time. Some more whites. Right, 3 units. Do I want to work a lay this time? That's a question. I'm going to have to just go naked on this, just have them running. So we'll see what happens. And unfortunately, it's all a hard-earned profit down the drain on 1 roll. So the lays would have helped us. We would have lost only $3. Instead, we lose quite a bit more. Lose 50 something dollars. All right, so I'm going to go up again. All right, let's go up again. Now, do I want to work? I might stay off until they set a point. 6. Bad call. But is this going to be one of these guys? Is rolls a 7, sets a point, and 7's out? Who knows? 4. It's not what we want to see. 4 again. So they're getting repeaters. Still not what we want. Alright, so now they're off the boil, staying away from them. They got their point. We're off. 10. 4. Again, they're not hitting these numbers very efficiently. They're hitting hitting a lot of other stuff. That's just, so that was a 4, I think. Wherever it was, the 3. That was a 4. So they're just hitting all the numbers we're not on. There's a 6, so they come back to hit one of these. But given it's the efficiency of how many of our wages are they hitting versus all the other rolls they're making to hit the occasional one, and that's what I'm kind of looking for. They're not concentrated in what they're hitting, and there's the 7. So we're off on those. So do we want to work again? Let's try working again. Well, we did get caught on the come out on the last one, so hopefully we won't get caught this time. We've got an 8. So that does help. That's 21. So I'm actually going to do a press here. And what I'm going to take us up to take us up a unit. Three, four, all right. Take us up a unit. All right. 4, not really getting us there. And we've got a 5, that gets us across the line. That pays us 28. All right, press again. Get rid of that little guy. In fact, this should just be 30. It's just up to 30. Let's do that. Clean it all up here. And this guy's going to go to 25. All right. So we are being a bit aggressive. And we got it. Got the 8. All right, it pays 35. In fact, what I'll do, I'll pay that out as reds. Just so we can see it better in our rack. All right. Let's regress down. I'm just going to put that there as our sort of profit one, and hopefully we can fill this up with some reds. Alright, so still rolling, we're still on. Just to be clear, we're on. Got a 5. Alright, 15. I'll have to pay that as 14. Alright, that's good. Roll's been going pretty well, so I'm just going to bring us back down to the 6 and 8. 4, we're not on the 4. Alright. 9, we're not on the 9. That's 2 rolls, no hit. And I'm almost inclined to take our 22 back. But we'll see. Give it one more go. 5. We're not on the 5. Alright, so maybe I'll turn off now. 9. So they're hitting these ones, and that's okay. But we've already had a pretty good run out of this shooter, so I'm okay to 9 again. So yeah, they're doing everything good. They're just not hitting our concentrate at 9 again. They're telling us to go for the 9. And you've just seen a bunch of 9s, and that's what I'm talking about in the variance in the game. A 9 is a hell of a lot less probability than a 7, and how many 9s did we just roll back to back then? When the 9 has far less probability than a 7, yet it's, again, we've just shown you there, it's had a really, quite a number of repeaters back to back to back. And there's a 6, so if we'd have stayed in it, we would have got something. But again, I pulled us in because I figured we're getting to that average hand length, and it's the right thing to do most of the time, except for when it isn't, which is now. So do we want to risk going on at this point? No. Yes I do, but no, I won't. 8. So wow. So this is a hot shooter. All right, let's risk it. Got 6. All right, so we got 1. Shooter's just doing everything right. And unfortunately, I'm standing on the sidelines. So as far as I'm concerned, that's paid for half the action there. We can kind of leave it up But sorry, that was a come out 7, I believe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna, we lose our action because we're up. Say we lose it. I'm not sure. I think it was a 3 or something before that, but that's okay. It was a come out roll, and I was actually just letting it ride. So say we lost that. Let's just do a new shooter here. Apologies, I'm not great at tracking the points, especially when I start working my bets. I just don't really pay the point that much attention. Let's see how we go. We'll be on. New shooter. Yo. Whether it's a new shooter, same shooter, whatever. Alright, 10. Alright. 6. Okay, we've got 15. 15 for 1. 5. There. Now, do I want to press? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the press. Worked well for us last time. Might get caught. Who knows? Who knows? But at least it's not all our bankroll on the felt. Some winnings. 3. Okay. 3 again. Yeah, alright. So normally I should either reduce or turn off at this point. So I might just go off. 3 again. Wow. So there's back-to-back 3s, which are even harder to roll than 7s. Oh, there's a 6. Come back to the insides. Do we want to risk them? I don't think so. But there we go, doing repeaters. Oh, that's just gone off the table. I'm not sure what that is. Could have been a 5. Alright. Up, off the table. She's not wanting to stay on the table for this shooter. 8. Alright, so now they're kind of tempting me to want to play because they've been 6, 6, 5, 8. And they're all the numbers we want. 9. And there's our 7. Alright. So we didn't get tempted. But when I start seeing them go, you know, horn number, horn number, horn number, well, they're just not hitting, not even close to these. So that's why I stayed off them. Alright, what do we want to do? Do we want to risk this guy? We've pressed it up. You want to risk it on the come out? Let's stay off. 10. Alright, I don't like that. I like them to be on the inside. Stay off. 10 again. So we're still off. Yo. So far, not throwing anything I want to see. That's about the closest thing I've seen that I like. But they're so far into their hand, do I want to risk? I want to risk a roll. 5. Well, we might have got one out of them. So they've come back, so 2 insides. But still a lot of rubbish. Look, I'll work for 1 roll and we'll see what happens. We've got a 6. Alright. So we've got a 21. So, do we work again? So work again. 8. Alright. I'm going to keep them short leash. Alright. So we're basically 85 there, plus 90 on our rack. So I think we've hit our target. So I'm just going to take us all down. Let's colour this up. Not quite, so there's 4 there. That can get coloured up. Alright, let's colour all these guys. 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, there's a 100, 200. Alright, 2 blacks there. So that's 400 of our bankroll, plus what we've got here. Nothing fits in there. So we can take both of these back. The rest is our profit. Alright, so there's our 200 for our two red racks there. There's our 600. So we can put that all back here. The rest is our profit. So 75. Alright, 2 greens. There's a black. Alright. So $139. Alright, well within our profit target. Let's colour it up with here. So we just had to grind it out. It was a bit of a grind play this time. I think the video's gone quite a while. There's another black. Okay, so 500, 600. So there's a $600 bankroll we'll chuck in there. These ones are all at 500. And they're the ones we're trying to get to 600 as well. So we've got basically 24 bucks there. That will just sit there. And let's roll this out, see where we get. 7, great. Didn't have to roll too much longer. Fantastic. All right, so bit of a grueling session. We got there in the end. Made our profit target, exceeded our profit target. Our profit target was 120 because we had $600 bankroll, 20% 60. Sorry, 10% 60, 20% so 120, 30% is 180. So we're right sort of in the middle of that profit target. So I'm quite happy with that. We got there. Just shows that sometimes you have to just stick it out. Yeah, we did get a little bit shy on some of those shooters when they started rolling rubbish, and then we stepped out when potentially if we'd have stayed in there we would have collected 3 or 4 or 5 hits out of those shooters. But you just never know. You just got to sort of have some rules and heuristics and stick to them. And sometimes they'll work for you, and sometimes you'll miss out on some of those shooters that somehow come back on track again. But that's okay. We did okay. We got there in the end, and that's all that really matters. A win's a win. And yeah, appreciate you watching, and see you again very soon.